Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is Kitech Digital. Now in our last video we created a cryptocurrency investment website like this one, okay, and then we created a dashboard for it, which is this dashboard over here, okay, whereby users can be able to log in and then buy any investment of their choice that they want. So this is the investment plan that we created the last time, okay. So in the last video we created this dashboard, and then we also did this one plan. Now in this video we're going to do some few settings, the mobile responsive settings, and then also we are going to link all the plans to what the front page, and then also create a whole like investment plan for this particular website, okay. So it's going to be not really that long, but it's going to be short and brief so you understand what I'm talking about. So we are also going to check the header over here and make sure that when you are logged in, this one will not say sign in again, but it will also say what it will bring a logout button over here, and then we also it will also bring your name over here, okay, so that you see what I'm talking about. So it's going to be a very nice thing, and then I hope you would enjoy this video. Now if you are new over here, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel, okay. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I try my possible best to help people who want to design their own website, do it free without buying any plugin on anything. So what I do is I use free resources over here to help you achieve whatever you want to achieve. Now the concept, the focus and everything is to achieve it in other way, not like coding or whatever it is, but then to use design and other stuff to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, and other plugins and other software to help you achieve it. Sometimes in designing cryptocurrency or investment, you need a script. Investment website, you need a script, okay, but this one I did not use any script. I just use WordPress to help design this whole thing. I just use WooCommerce and then some few other plugins to help design this thing over here. So we will change this button which says add to cart and then make it invest now. So if you look at our let me see if I could see the other website. Yeah, so if you look at the other website, let me close this one over here so that we go to the product plan. If you look at the other website, what you see is invest now, okay. It tells you to choose an option, okay, and then you will invest. You click on this one to invest now, and that is how we want to make this one over here. Now as you can see, this one has shifted to the left side. We'll fix all those issues, okay. So without wasting my time, let's jump into the video and then start working on it. Now like I said, if you are new over here, please subscribe to the channel and let's grow together, okay. Please, that is the only way you can help me. I also have my my Patreon link in it. I'll be releasing massive content on my Patreon. So if you want to join the Patreon community, please also click on the link over there and then join the Patreon community and let's grow together, okay. So I'll be releasing serious content over there for those of you who have joined my Patreon community. So make sure that you go over there to join the Patreon community. And then also the only way you can help me is to like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, okay. Give me a thumbs up, okay. So let's jump into the video. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to make this place very nice, just like this one that you see over here, okay. So we're going to put it in the center so that it will be very nice over here. Now before I even go on, if you haven't watched our last episode, please make sure you go back, check the channel, okay, or I'll leave the link in the description for you to watch the last episode, because without the last episode you can't be able to watch continue from here, okay. So make sure that you go back and then watch the last episode so that you can be able to continue from this place. But if you watch the last episode, then we can continue from here. So what we are going to do is we are going to redesign this place and make it very sleek and very nice, just like this one over here, okay. So we're going to position this one center, remove the sidebars over there, and then also change this change the add to cart, okay, and make it invest now, okay. So before we do that, it's very simple. We're going to click on customize over here. Okay guys, so now that we are over here, what we're going to do is we are going to scroll to WooCommerce over here, okay. So just click on WooCommerce over here. Now we're going to go to single product, okay, single product over here. So click on single product, and then we're going to change from default to this one, which says content box, okay. So click on it, content box. Now it's going to box everything. You're going to box all the content in the middle, okay, for us. Now before once it's loading, we're going to go over here and then the sidebar layout, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say no sidebar, okay. So we don't want any sidebar, okay. So we can click on it. Now you can decide to enable or disable breadcrumb, okay. And then of course this is a digital product, so there's no shipping, okay. So now that everything is done, let's publish it, okay. Let's publish it. Click on publish, and as you can see, this is how you're going to get it, okay. Everything in the content box. Now the next one that we're going to do is to change this add to cart. So let's exit this place. So click over here to close it. Click on the close button. Okay, so we're going to change the add to cart to invest now, okay. So to do that, now let's go back to our dashboard, okay, and then under WooCommerce over here, okay, under WooCommerce over here, just look for direct checkout. Now remember that all the plugins that we installed, okay, we installed one plugin which says direct checkout plugin, okay. That one is what we're going to use, okay. So just click on the direct checkout, and then we are going to we're going to fix that kind of button, and then we're going to say change add to cart button text. So just enable this one, and then you can add any text that you want to add over here. So add to cart button text. So what do you want to add? So I want to say invest now, okay. And then another one also is the select options button. So I will say select plan, and then read more button. I also say invest now, okay. So now that is all what we have to do, and everything is set. So just click on save options to save the settings that you have done. Okay, so now that we have saved our settings, now let's go back over here, and then now refresh it, and let's see what it says over here. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we have invest now over here, okay. Invest now over here, and that is all what we wanted it to do. Okay, very good. So now that we have done this one, now the next one is to also change some few things, okay. So for example, if we go to my account page over here, okay, and then we go to let's say investment, okay. Let's click on investment and see. Now it says no others has been made yet, okay. So we should browse product. Now when you click on browse product, it will send you to the shop page, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a separate shop page from this side, okay, from here. We don't want to show the shop page, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a separate shop page and then add some few codes which will not show this this page. Even when we click on browse more product, it will send us to the page that we've created. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to create a page and name that page investment plans, okay. So to do that, let's go back to our backend, okay. And then what we are going to do is we're going to create a page, okay. So let's look for pages over here and then click on add new. So we are going to create a page, okay, and then we are going to redesign the page and then make it very nice, just like let me check this one over here, and then I'll show you how or what I'm talking about, okay. So let's say I want to go to the investment plans, okay. So let me go back. So we're going to create I'm going to show you what page we're going to create, okay. So we say investment plans, okay. So this is the page that we are going to create, okay. So we're going to create this page, this beautiful page over here, okay. So as you can see, we have the dashboard, the profile, the wallet, everything over here, okay. And this is the exact page that we are going to create, okay. So what we're going to do is we'll go to our home page, okay, and then we use Elementor to edit the home page, okay. And then we are going to copy the plans from here, okay. All the plans over here, we're going to copy that particular section over here, okay. We're going to copy it so that we wouldn't be creating it again. So let's go to edit with Elementor over here, and then let's copy or let's save this plan as as a template, okay. And then we'll bring it on the new page that we are creating. So for it loading, let's go back to the new page and then name the new page as investment plans. Okay, so this is investment plans, okay. Now we're going to change the template to Elementor canvas, okay, or Elementor canvas here, sorry. And then I'm going to just click on publish to publish it. I'm going to click on publish and then to publish it. Okay, now that it is published, now I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. Now let me go back to my Elementor page for the home page that I'm opening and see if it has already been opened or not. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is let's scroll down, okay. Let's go down, let's scroll, and then we will locate where our trading packages are, okay. So this is where our trading packages are, okay. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this one over here. I'm going to right click it and copy it, okay. So I'll right click it and then I'll click on copy over here. Okay, now I'll come to the page that I'm creating over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit the page just like this one over here, okay. So as you can see, I'm going to do it just like this one, okay. This very beautiful page over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to over here. Now instead of the Elementor canvas, I'm going to I'm going to click over. Yes, I'll use canvas, all right. And then I'll click on one column, okay. So just one column like this, okay. Let me see, is it one column that I use? Let me check. Okay, very good. So it's one column, okay, one column. So I'm going to use the one column, and then I'll click over here, and then I'll go to style over here, okay. Now even before I go to style, let me still go to the layout. Let me check the layout. And then with the height, I'm going to say minimum height. Okay, now leave it as it is, and then I'll go to what, style over here. Okay, so whilst I'm over here, I'm going to select a background type which is classic, and then I'm going to change I'm going to choose an image for it. So I'll choose an image, and then with the image we're still going to use this background image over here, a Bitcoin image, and I'm going to select it. You can, of course, you can use any image that you want. Okay, now the position, I'm going to make it center, and then with the attachment, I'm going to make it what, fixed. Okay, and then with the repeat, I'm going to say no repeat, and then with the attachment, I'm going to say fixed, and then with the repeat, I'm going to say no repeat, and then with the size, I'm going to say what, cover. Okay, so that will fit between it very well. Now that everything is done, I'm going to give it a very nice layout, like background overlay, sorry. So what I'm going to click on background overlay over here. So let's click on background overlay over here, and then the background type, I'm still going to take classic, and then with the color, I'm going to give it what, a dark color. Okay, so I'm going to say black, so that it fits the writing that we're going to write on top of it, and everything that we're going to use on top of it. Okay, so let's go to the opacity and increase the opacity a little bit to like 0.8. Yeah, so this is quite okay. Let's take a look at this one also. Yeah, this one is quite okay. Okay, so now what are we going to do? So what we're going to do is of course we want it to be something like this. Okay, something like this. So we're going to make sure that we have something similar to this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go to layout again, and then with the width, let's say 900. Okay, yeah, or let's say 1000. Okay, so let's say 1000. Yeah, 1000 is okay. Now that we have this one as 1000, now what we're going to do is we are going to bring in, I'm going to bring in this one, which is what, inner section over here. I'm going to bring in an inner section over here. Okay, so now that I have an inner section over here, now I can add so many things that I want to add. So I'm going to delete this inner section. Okay, I'm going to delete this one, and then I have only this one over here. So I'm going to click on this one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a button in this one. So I'm going to put a button over here. Okay, so now that I have a button over here, now let me see if I duplicate the button, how is it going to be like? Yes, it's going to be like exactly like this. Okay, now to solve that problem, we want it to be just side by side. Okay, so we are taking this whole inner section as what, 100%. Okay, now if you look over here, how many like buttons we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so when you divide 100% by 6, what are you going to get? So 6 times let's say 6 times 20 is going to give us what, 120 or so. Okay, so let's say we're going to divide it by, let's say, even 16 or 15. Okay, so let's say 15. Okay, so let's give it 15. So I'll click over here, and I'll go to advanced over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it. Okay, so I'm not going to click on advanced. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one. Okay, I'm going to delete this one over here. So let's say I want to delete this one. Okay, and then remaining just this one. Like, so I'm going to just use the session. Okay, the inner session. Okay, and I'll give a lot of columns. So I'll duplicate this one. Okay, I'll duplicate it 6 times. Okay, so let me just oh, sorry, I'll duplicate the columns rather. Okay, so why am I getting so confused? I'll duplicate the columns rather 6 times. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate it 6 times. So 2. Okay, so now that I have all the buttons set up well, okay, everything is well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this page over here, and then I want to copy the this style over here, okay, because I just want this style. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to copy this style, okay, exactly this style. Okay, that is exactly what I want to copy, so that it won't be something that I'll have to redo it again, or I can still redo it. Let me go over here the way I want it. So let me just redo it, and then you see what I mean. So I'm going to click over here, and then I'll go to content over here, okay, and then I'll use this one as what, dashboard. I use this one as what, dashboard, with an A. Okay, so this is what the dashboard. I'm going to link it to what, the my account what page. Okay, so I'm going to link it with the my account what page, which will be our what, it will go back to what, our dashboard. Okay, I'm going to go to style over here, and then I'll style it the way I want it. Okay, so let me click on style, and then instead of the green, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it what, not a green, but kind of like a dark color. Okay, yeah, something like this. And then the hover should be, the text should be black. The text should be black, and then the color or the background should be what, should be white. Okay, so when I hover on it, it's supposed to what, behave this way for me. Now let me check this one and see how it behaves. Yes, so something like this. Okay, so I want it something like this. So that's exactly how we trying to make it. And then let's scroll down, okay, and then just do some few attachment over here. So we don't want any border radius, but over here we're gonna remove or unlink the padding, and then we're gonna give all round of 20. Okay, so let me say 20. Yeah, all the size 20. Or let me just unlink the padding over here and give the left 30, and then also the right also 30. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this, which is perfect. Okay, which is really perfect. And then with the border radius, we don't want any border radius. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so we are done with this one. Now we can copy all the layout to all the style. Okay, this the button style. So let's just copy this one, and then paste it over here. Okay, paste style. Okay, we're gonna paste the style. Okay, so as you can see, it matches perfectly. Paste the style over here, paste this one also, paste the style, and then this one also we paste style, this one also we paste style. So now that we have all the styles done, now let's look at how this one also looks like. So perfect. So the next one, what we have is we want to bring in a bar over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go to here and then search for divider. Okay, so I'm going to bring a divider just at the bottom over here. Okay, so just at the bottom of the of the inner section. So just paste it over there. So this is a divider. Okay, so now that we have the divider pasted, what we're going to do is we're going to go to style over here, and then change the color from the black to somehow gray or white, it depends. And then I'm going to reduce the the opacity a little bit. Okay, yeah, so let's say this one is okay, and then instead of the 100%, let's say I want to make it like 80%. Okay, and then I'll position it in the middle, or let's say 90. Yeah, so 90 is quite okay. So I'm going to put it in the middle just like this. Okay, so I have this one set up also. Now the next one is to bring in the other things that we have. So with this one over here, investment plans. Okay, and then we have we have grow you know, your money with our stable and profitable what um, profitable packages that suit you best. So let me go to the home over here, and then as you can see, this is exactly what you know, we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to what copy this one. So I'm going to copy it. Okay, I'm going to copy it, or better still, let me just copy the whole thing over here. So I'm going to copy this whole thing. I copied it first one, but I didn't paste it. So I'm going to go to the investment plans over there, and I'm coming over here to what to paste it over here. Okay, so I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we have what we've pasted our investment you know, packages or plans over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to what copy this once. Okay, I'm going to copy this once, and then come over here and then paste it here. Okay, paste it here, and I'll go to style, and then I'll change the color of the text to white. Okay, so instead of the orange color or the yellow color, I'm going to change it to what white, and then I'll come to what this one also, copy it, that is the divider, or the one which is, you know, underlying the packages. I'm going to paste it over here, and then I'll do the same thing to the style. So I'll go to style over here, and then I'll make it what white. Okay, so now that I have it done, I'll also come over here, copy it, right click and copy. Okay, make sure you right click and then copy, and then, you know, click over here and then paste. Okay, so now that everything is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to style over here, and then go over here, and then just, you know, choose the color that I want. So I want you know, the FFF, you know, color. So now that I have this one done, I think everything is what good for me. Okay, now the only thing left is for us to give our session a very nice border. Okay, and then also delete this ones from here. So I'm going to delete this one, right click and delete. The same thing, right click, delete. The same, this one also, right click and delete. Okay, so if we scroll, it's gonna have something like this. Okay, now we're gonna give this column what some kind of, like, you know, a border. Okay, so let's go to style the column, and then we choose border, and then with the border we're gonna give it a solid, you know, border, and then we're gonna say 1. Okay, and then we're gonna use what white for it, so a little bit of grayish white for it. Okay, now let me take a look at how it looks like. So this is how it's gonna look like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want some space at the top and then some space at the bottom. Okay, so that everything will be what perfectly done as we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to what make sure that I get that particular space that I want. Okay, so I'll click on the session, edit session, to edit this particular session. Whilst I'm over here, I'm going to go to advanced, and then I'll give top and down padding. Okay, so I'll unlink this you know, values over here, and I'll give a top padding of, let's say, 90, and then a bottom padding of also 90. So it's gonna have something like this. Okay, now all what I need to do is to click on what update to update you know, the page. Now our pages was set up. Now of course you can do all kinds of what things that you want to do. Okay, so over here you just need to what click over here, and then, you know, change this one. So this one says what profile, right? Yes, so make sure that you copy the link of the profile. Okay, so come over here, copy this link. Okay, copy the link address, come to where you're editing, paste the link address over here, and then say what profile. Okay, very good. The same way applies to what applies to this one also. Okay, so you can the next one says what is it? Yeah, wallet. Okay, so you go to your account, and then you locate where wallet is, and then copy the link. You come back to the where you are editing, and then you paste in the link over here, and then you say what wallet. Yeah, so you keep doing it, okay, till you are what you're done with it. Okay, that is how you do it, and then make sure that you save it. Okay, now to also link the plans to what the plans that you have created with WooCommerce. This is plan one, the one that we created. Is very simple. We're going to use what the button over here, so just click on it. We're going to edit it, and then it says what invest now. So what we're going to do is what we're going to copy this plan link over here, copy it, and then come back to where you are editing, and then paste that link over there, and then you click on what save. Okay, so anytime that you click on update, so anytime that somebody click on it, it will send the person to what that plan. So now that we have this one done, I think we are good to go to what we have been able to link our plans also, and then also create what our investment plans. So now that we have it done, I think we are good to go to start the next one, which is changing some things with some code. Okay, so like I told you, if I go to click on investment over here, I'm supposed to see my investment plans, but since I don't have any investment plan, this is what it will show. Okay, now if I click over here to browse more, it will take me to a shop page, which I don't want the website to go to that particular shop page. I want it to redirect to a different page. Okay, and that is why the code that I'm coming to show you right now comes in place. Okay, so let's go back to our admin dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and then exit to dashboard. Okay, I'm going to exit to WP dashboard, and I'm going to say apply. Yes. Okay, let me cancel first, update it. Okay, because I don't want to miss anything, and then click on exit, and then it will take me to to the dashboard. Okay, so this is the time for us to use the what we call the code snippet. Okay, so hover on snippet over here, and then click on all snippet. Now of course, if you go over there, all what we're going to see is example of different code snippets over here, which is not activated. Okay, so as you can see, we can see all sort of code snippet over there, which is not activated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add new. Okay, so click on add new over here, and we're going to add some code which will change the back to the shop page, redirect it to our investment plan. Okay, so let's say this one is shop redirect. Okay, shop redirect. Now we're going to paste in our code over here. Okay, so now let's go. I'm going to bring my note, and then of course we're going to copy this code. Okay, so which says shop redirect. Okay, so I'm going to copy all this one over here. Okay, and then now let me copy all the codes, and then I'll show you what all the codes does. Okay, so I'm going to copy it and then come back over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste all the codes in one place. Okay, so not just shop redirect, but it also does this one is changing the WooCommerce return to shop text. Okay, so return to shop, I want it to say return to investment. Okay, that is when you go to you are at the cart page or whatever page, and then you want it to say return to investment. We want this one to happen, and then shop redirect also. We want it to redirect to what the investment plan. Now make sure that you use this code over here. I'll leave the code in what in a link in the description so that you can go and then we'll copy these codes. Okay, and then also I want to remove all related products. Okay, I don't want to see WooCommerce related products, so I want to remove all of them. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. And then as I've done this one, all what I need to do is to click on save changes and activate. So make sure that you run the code everywhere. Okay, so save changes and then activate, and then it's going to do it. It's going to change everything for us. Now that we've done this one with no error, everything is correct, let's go to my account page, refresh this one. Okay, so we've refreshed this one. Now what we're going to do is let me click over here and see if what we did has really taken place. So as you can see, it has redirected us to the investment plans over here, and that is it. Now when we click on invest now over here, it will take us to this investment plan, which is the plan 1 that we choose. Okay, now as you can see, everything is working perfectly, and then we can choose a plan, and then just click on invest now, and then it will take us to the checkout page straight away. Okay, so this is how our checkout page looks like, and as you can see, the checkout page is messy. It doesn't look really nice. Okay, it does not really look nice because there is nothing really going on over here. Now we want to remove some of the pages away, and that is why we have what we call let's go to WooCommerce over here, the checkout form. Okay, the checkout form editor. So let's click on it, and then we're going to remove some certain things that we don't need. Okay, that is why we installed that particular plugin. So we're going to just make sure that we remove some things that we do not need. So we want the first name, last name. Okay, we don't want any company name. We want the country, but we don't need any address or apartment or all those things. We don't need a city, we don't need a state. Okay, we don't need a billing code, a zip code, and the postcode. We need a telephone number, we need the email address. So all these things are what we want to disable. Okay, so we want to disable what we've ticked. Okay, so just click on disable to disable it. Okay, and then click on save changes. Okay, so now we can move to the shipping fields. Okay, so that it doesn't really show any shipping field over there. Okay, so as you can see, these are all the shipping field over here. Okay, so since this is digital product and it doesn't deal with any shipping, we can tick all of them and we can disable them, and then we do save changes. Okay, so the next step is additional fields. Okay, so with the additional fields, what does it do? That kind of additional field on the checkout page, for you to type in any comment or anything that you want to special note, we can just leave it over there, because maybe somebody wants to leave his or her Bitcoin address or wherever it is when he's his how do you call it, his investment matured. He or she can be able to admin can be able to credit his or her account. So we will leave that one as as it is. And then now if you go to the checkout form over here, and then when we refresh, so many things will be removed from here. Okay, there are a lot of things that will be removed from here. So let's see if it is done. So as you can see, we only have the name, the country, phone number, email address, and then additional information. As simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. And then if you want to remove this one, you can remove it. So now that we have this one done, we are good to go. Now of course you can decide to design your checkout page the way you want it. Okay, you can use Elementor to design it the way you want it, but I'm going to leave it as it is because I don't want to waste time. You know how to design your own page using Elementor with all the tutorials I've been teaching you, so you can do it. Okay, so that is it. So now that we have this one done, I think we are almost done with almost everything that we are supposed to do. Okay, we're almost done with everything that we are supposed to do, and I think it is good. Now the next one that we have to do is to fix the what these pages over here. Okay, now we want it to be in such a way that at the moment it is what it is somebody is signed in, this sign in thing wouldn't show again. Okay, and that is what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our page over here, and then I'll go to my how do you call it, appearance over here, and then I'll go to menus. Okay, so I want to add some small menu item to it, so that it will show this the login sign up thing over there. Okay, now I can decide to use login sign up pop-up thing over here. Okay, I can decide to use that one, or I can decide to use the WooCommerce endpoint. Okay, over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here and then go to login or register. Okay, and I'm going to say hello over here. Okay, so, and I'm also going to I'll click over here, and then I'm also going to go to this place, and I'll click on log out over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me just leave this one. Okay, this one is for not logged in users. Okay, this one, so let me bring this one over here so that you see what I mean. So when I save changes over here, it's supposed to it's supposed to appear. So when I go to, let me go to the plans over here, and then let me just refresh the plans, and then let's see what has been added to our so as you can see, it says hello Kobe, log out. Okay, there is no login over there, but when you are not logged in, it will be it will show that you have to you have to log in. Now let's try and fix this one. Okay, so what we can do is we will go to customize over here. Okay, so let's click on the customize over here. Let's click on the customize over here. Make sure that you click on the customizer button over there. Okay guys, so now that we have we are over here, let's go to our header. Click on the header. Okay, now we're going to remove the button and this this one over here. So let's just remove these two things over here. We're going to remove this one too, the button over here. Okay, now I'm going to put the primary menu over here. Okay, very good. So now that I have it over here, everything is good. Okay, now I can publish it. Okay, of course you can decide to also leave the button and then make the button only show when it is only show to only log out users. Okay, but I'm going to make it just like this one, and then I'll close this one. So as you can see, I have my logout and then hello Kobe. Okay, over here. So as you can see, everything works perfectly well. Okay, so I think we are almost done over here. Now the next one that we need to check is how to optimize the pages for mobile. Okay, so everybody wants mobile friendly things. So the home page is already optimized and all the other pages are already optimized, but what we need to optimize is the account page. Okay, so when we click on the hello Kobe, which is also the account page, okay, so we're going to fix some few things over there. Okay, so what we're going to do is just click on edit with Elementor. Okay guys, so now that we are over here, now what I want to do is I want to change the size of this one. You see, as you can see over here, this is overlapping. Okay, so instead of the 16, I'm going to make it what, 60. Okay, I'm going to make it 60, and then make sure that this one fits in the way I want it. So instead of the 29, I'm going to make it what, so if this one is 60, oh no, I'm going to make it what, 30. Okay, so this one is 60, yeah, this one will be what, 30, and it fits, very well. Okay, so I think everything is what, perfectly well now. So now that we are over here, what are we supposed to do? We're going to fix this one to what, mobile. Okay, so now let's go click on the responsive mode, and then let's see how it looks like on what, on the tablet. So with the tablet, we will just have to what, also adjust some few things. Okay, so with the tablet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one 100%. Okay, so I'm going to make this one 100. Okay, I'm going to make it 100. Okay, yeah, so if I make it 100, even though it's going to be messy like this, but I can arrange it in such a way that it's not going to be what, to be messy. So what I'm going to do is let me just make it the 10 as it is, or let me just make it, let's say 20. Yeah, let's make it 20. Okay, and then over here, let's see, or even 20 is too much. Yeah, 20 is too much, so let's try and then make it, let's say 15. Okay, now when we make this place 15, we can also make here 50. Okay, so let me make here 50, and then we'll make this place 15, 50, and then 25. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. So let me see, this one is what, 50 plus, oh, this one will be what, okay, so this one will be 35. Okay, so 35, yeah, very good. So it's going to be like 35. Okay, 35 over here. Okay, very good. So even though this one is bad, okay, so we will fix it, don't worry, we'll fix it. Now how can we fix this one? Okay, it's very simple. We can duplicate this one. Before I even duplicate it, let me just go back, undo everything that I've done, okay, to make sure that if it's in the right place it's supposed to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this one over here. I'm going to duplicate this one over here, and then after duplicating this one, I am going to hide this one. Okay, so I'll click over here and then come to come to advanced over here. Okay, and then I'll come to responsive mode, and then I'll say hide on tablet. Okay, so hide on tablet and hide on what, mobile. Okay, now I don't want it to be seen on tablet and mobile, but I want this one to be seen on tablet and mobile. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to just do some few changes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all bring in an inner session. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in an inner session over here underneath this one. Okay, very good. Now copy, I'll delete one column. I'll delete one column over here, and then I'll copy this one, copy it, come over here, paste it over here, and then I'll try and delete this one. Okay, I'm going to delete this one, so that it's going to remain this particular one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one, the inner section. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the inner section over here, and then after duplicating the inner section over here, okay, I will remove this one from it. I'm going to remove it, so I'm going to delete it, so that I'm not going to have anything in this inner section. Okay, now with the inner section, I'm going to duplicate the columns. Okay, so let's say I want to duplicate the columns to be as many as I want it to be. Okay, so let's say I want to duplicate it as many as I want it to be. So even with that one, what I want to do is just delete this column, and then before that I'll copy this one. I should have done it that way, and then paste this one over here, and then I'll come here and delete this one rather. Okay, yeah, so that will be left with the top one. Then I'll duplicate this ones. Okay, now when I duplicate it, I'll copy this one, I'll copy it, I'll bring it over here, paste, I'll copy this one also, I'll copy this one also, bring it over here, I'll paste it here. Okay, now what are we doing? What we are doing solely is what? Okay, so first of all, let me just duplicate this one again. I'm going to duplicate this one again. Okay, now after duplicating this one, I want to remove this particular widget from it. So I'll just right click it and then remove or delete this one. Let me just delete this one. Then I'll copy this widget, I'll copy it here, then I'll bring it here. I'll just say paste. Okay, so I have this widget here. Now I'm going to copy this one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one. Okay, so now that I've deleted this one, what do I have? I still have this one. I can edit the column. Okay, so I can come over here, and then I'm going to edit the column. So I'll say this one will be 80. Let's say 80. Okay, and this one will be 20. Okay, so we're going to have something like like this. Okay, something like this. And when we have something like this, I'll make sure that I'll fix in the one that we copied. Okay, and which one did we copy? We copied the how do you call it? Let me just duplicate this one. We copied the affiliate. Yeah, sorry, we copied the affiliate. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Okay, and then let me just paste this one and see if it works. Yeah, this is the affiliate dashboard. So I'm going to delete this one over here, or I can just I just delete this one. It's so simple. Just delete this one and then bring the affiliate dashboard over here. So we can delete this one, and then have the affiliate dashboard over here. Okay, so and then I also delete this one. Yeah, so we're going to have something like this. So this is the dashboard, and this is the affiliate dashboard. Okay, and then this one is all the other things which is supposed to be what in here. Okay, so let me just click over here and then go to a vertical align and then make it in the what in the middle. Okay, so that all of them is gonna be in the middle. So as you can see, guys, we are done with what with this one. Okay, now let's go over here and check out the what the the mobile side. Okay, so this is how the mobile side is going to be. Okay, but we don't want it that way. Okay, we don't want it that way. Now what we want it what we want it to let's see how it works. So as you can see, it looks a little bit messy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hide something. Okay, so we click over here. Now first of all, let's give it what top and down margin. Okay, so padding, sorry. So the top and down padding that we gave this one, I think is too small, so we're gonna give you a 50. Oh, we gave it left and right here. Okay, so we're gonna give a top of 50 and a bottom of 50. Okay, now with this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hide it. Okay, now before we hide it, we want to have all these ones with let me come over here and then go to the advanced over here and then fix this margin and padding issue. Okay, so let's try and then give it top, bottom. Okay, so we have a top, bottom, and then left, right. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a left 10, right also 10, here 20, here 20. Okay, so I could even say here 10, here also 10. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Okay, now of course we can decide to leave it as it is. Okay, but it's not nice. This thing is not really nice. Okay, it's not really nice. So what we're gonna do is we have this dashboard over here. We also have everything, the WooCommerce side over here, and then we also have what display this one over here. But what we're going to do is we want everything over here to come here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this one into either 3 or 2. Okay, so that it will fit. So I'm going to duplicate this one. What is happening? Yeah, so I'm going to duplicate it, let's say 4 or 5 times. So duplicate this one. Okay, now I'm going to give this column, instead of 100, I'm going to give it let's say 30. Okay, I'm going to give this one also 30. I'm going to give this one also 30. Or let me say 33. Okay, so 33. Okay, so this is what all the other threes. Okay, so this is the dashboard. This one will be profile. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one also. Yeah, so I'm gonna duplicate this one. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this one. Duplicate this one. Let me see, I'm gonna duplicate it like 3 times. Okay, so that everything will fix in the way I want it. So I'm gonna duplicate it like 3 times or so. Okay, so now that I've duplicated it 3 times, I'm gonna bring the wallet, copy, paste, I'll do the same thing for investment. Copy, then I'll paste over here. I'll do the same thing. Now what I'm going to do is with this one, let me see. Yeah, with this one also I'm gonna divide it. Okay, so let me just copy, let me just say this one is what, 33. Okay, and then I'll duplicate this one, duplicate it again. I'm gonna duplicate it again. Yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna delete here. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one also, and then from investment affiliate dashboard, then I'll come to copy withdrawal. I'll paste in withdrawal over here, paste, and then I'll come to this one which says invest, copy it. I'll paste it over here, and I'll come to support. I'll copy it. I'll come and paste support to over here, and then I'll come to the last one, which is logout. Okay, so I'll copy this one, and then I'll paste logout to over here. Okay, so now I can delete this one. Okay, so now I have this one too over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one. Okay, so I'm going to hide this one. So I'll just click over here. I'll just try and then hide this session over here. Okay, so I'll go to advanced over here, and then I'll go to responsive, and then I'll say hide on mobile. Okay, and then the same way we're going to hide all these ones too on mobile. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one, or let me just we're going to hide this whole thing. Okay, so we cannot hide this whole thing because this is an inner session. This whole thing is an inner session. Well, we can hide this whole thing. Okay, so let's hide this whole thing. Okay, so go over here and then go to advanced, and then we're going to hide this one on desktop, on tablet. Okay, the same thing also applies to this one. Go to responsive, you hide this one also on desktop. Okay, and then we come over here. Okay, how can we hide these few things? So you hide it one by one. Okay, so click on it, go to advanced, you go to responsive, hide it on tablet, or you can decide to unhide this one and hide this one on desktop. Go over here. Okay, go to advanced, go to responsive, and then hide this one on desktop, on tablet. The same one applies to this particular one. Go to advanced, you go to responsive over here, you hide it on desktop and then on tablet. Now we're going to go over here, we click on this session over here, go column over here, we go to advanced, go to responsive, hide it on how do you call it, on tablet, on mobile, and then also on desktop. So now let's take a look at how it looks like. So this is how it's going to be looking like. Okay, so when we go to don't worry, the other ones are not showing, but don't worry, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, if you go to the the mobile side, this is how. If you go to the tablet side, this is how it's going to be looking like. And if you go to you look at it from the desktop view. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to hide this one also from from the desktop. Okay, so now how do we hide it? So it's very simple. Let's click over here, and then we can hide this whole thing. Okay, this whole thing, this whole session. Go to advanced, go to responsive over here, hide it on on desktop. So this is how it's going to be on desktop. Okay, and this is how it's going to be on on tablet. Okay, now don't worry, we'll fix this one over here, and this is how it's also going to be on on mobile. Now there's too much space to over here, we're gonna fix it. Okay, so let's take a look at the space. That is too much over here. So let's click on this one and then go to advanced over here and see the top space that we gave. Okay, so we give a top space of 50. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Now it's quite okay, it's quite okay. Okay, so we can also decide to even give it to -20. Okay, and let's take a look at how it's also quite okay. Okay, so now I think I will just take away this one from here, and then we're gonna have everything as it is. Now now that we are done with fixing all these issues, now make sure you take your time to fix all these issues, because as you go over here, okay, you are going to see this one is hidden, this one is not hidden. Okay, so on the tablet side, you can give it on the tablet side you can give it to 50. Okay, and then over here too, on the tablet side, you can give it to the layout. When you go to the layout, the content column width, you can also give it to 50. Okay, so it's going to be like 50 on its side. Now let's take a look at it, and as you can see, it fixed very well. Okay, so basically that is how you can be able to solve problems like this. Okay, and everything is fixed. Let's update it. Let me check my internet. Oh, my connection is lost. Okay, so now we've been able to update our dashboard. Okay, so now the dashboard is complete. Everything is complete. Everything is working perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to exit the dashboard. Okay guys, so now if you log out, this is what you're going to see. Okay, so you're going to see that this one is displaying, this one is also displaying. Okay, but these things are not supposed to be seen. Okay, they are supposed to be hidden. Okay, so that is why we installed a plugin called Elemental Visibility, something. I'll check it and then let you know. So if you let's go back to the dashboard again. Let's go to the all pages over here, click on all pages, and then let's go to the my account page that we are editing. Okay, so let's open in a new tab. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to fix that issue. Okay, now how do we fix the issue? You have to make sure that when you click on this one over here, you have to get the visibility settings. Okay, now because these ones are column, you don't get the the visibility settings. Okay, but if you click on like something like this, you see that stacks visibility over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have to do it one by one. Okay, and that's your kind of job, but you have to do it. So make sure that you click over here and then go to the stacks visibility, and then enable visibility logic. You enable it. Okay, and then you want to show or hide this one. So we want to hide. Now if you want to show, fine, but we want to hide it. Now conditions type, so at least one, okay, or maybe all. So whatever you want to do, you do it. Now what we want to do is what we want to show, or user role. We want to what enable the user role. Okay, now how do you do it? Now we want to click on this plot over here, and then we want to hide it from what maybe logout users. So since we don't have logout users over here, okay, then we can decide to what say that we don't want to hide it, but we want to what show. Okay, we want to show this one. So we want to show it to what only logged in users. Okay, we want to show it to what only logged in what users. Okay, now that we are done with this one, we can go to the next one, do the same thing for this one also. Go to enable it. Okay, instead of hide we say show. Okay, and then go over here, enable the user role, click on it, logged in what users. The same thing applies to what this one also. Do the same thing for all of what of them. Go to stacks visibility, enable it. Okay, instead of hide, do it what as what show, and then go to user role, and then you enable it, and then you pick what logged in what user. So meaning that we want to this one to show to only logged in what user. Okay, so you can do it for all of them over here, and then you can also do it for what for this. I'm not going to go through. I just want you to know it. Okay, let's go to the the affiliate dashboard over here. Click on the stacks, enable this one. Okay, go to show user role, click on user role over here, and then enable the user role. So make sure that you enable the user role. Okay, enable it, pick logged in user. Okay, and then the same thing applies to this one also. Okay, do the same thing for all of them, and then everything will be what will be fixed. Do make sure that you do it for the mobile side also. Okay, you do it for all of them, and everything will be what I'm not going to go through all of them because of time. Okay, but make sure that you do it just like what I am doing it. You enable it, you pick logged in user over here. Okay, so make sure that you show, and then after that click on what update to update your settings. Now if you are logged out, you won't be seeing all these things. So that one will fix when somebody is logged out and then still sees all these things over here in the admin in the user dashboard. Okay, so that one fixed that one. I think we are almost through to the website, to the creation of the dashboard. Okay, everything is possibly done. The only thing that I did not touch on is what the support, and then the affiliate dashboard, which I think it is what self-explanatory. You can really go through it. The design of the dashboard is the most important thing. So if you go to view this page over here, now we have a complete dashboard done, which is what mobile responsive. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and then thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please I have a Patreon link over there. Please support this channel. Okay, let's support this channel so that the channel will be big. If you want to join our community, please click on the link in the description to join our Patreon community. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.